Rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors, yeah. I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
The thing is, like, we're getting the rumors from the internet, and
Right.
the internet thinks that the Taliban took out that bridge in Baltimore. So it's like, who fucking knows? Who knows what's real?
That's what Diddy's lawyers, I think, said. It was like that these are just trumped up charges. Not trumped up, I don't think they said that, but like bullshit charges.
Well, if he really was filming everybody,
Let me see.
I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right? You know who said?
Joe Rogan didn't hold back when he started breaking down exactly which celebs might end up behind bars, all because Diddy might snitch to save himself. With new evidence coming out every day and speculations going crazy, Joe Rogan recently sat down at his podcast and broke down this entire Diddy case and hinted at some shocking names that could be next on the chopping block. I think the name that really kind of shocked me was Uncle Steve Harvey. There has been this wild speculation that as soon as Steve heard about Diddy's indictment, he hopped on the first flight out of the country because he was an active member of his parties. And Steve's out here cleaning up his social media on anything related to Diddy. He even deleted an old tweet where he praised Diddy back in 2017, calling him a brother who's doing good for these kids. Bruh, that didn't age well at all. And let's not forget, Steve allegedly pushed his daughter, Lori Harvey, into Diddy's arms when she was just 22. I mean, Steve was acting like it was all good, hanging out with Diddy and Lori on vacation in Italy like one big happy family. But what was really disturbing was this photo where Lori is seen wearing white nail paint. And if you have followed Diddy's case, then you know just how disturbing this is. In her lawsuit, Cassie said that she and every girl that was with Diddy was forced to wear white nail paint so that it could contrast well with the bodies of the black ex-workers during the freak-offs that he recorded. Young Miami was seen with white nails too, and even Diddy's mom as well. And this is why people are starting to question if Steve was cozying up to Diddy for that Hollywood power. If Diddy starts talking, we might find out exactly why Steve got out of Dodge so fast. Meek Mill has been hella quiet since Diddy's arrest, which is suspicious considering the history between these two. Let's not forget that infamous video where Meek's in a pool calling Diddy daddy and saying he loves him.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
At the time, we thought it was just jokes, but now it's looking real suspect. Meek's been laying low in Africa, riding dirt bikes and tweeting weird cryptic stuff like he's trying to avoid the heat. He even said he would pay $100K to anyone who helps him investigate who was behind this entire Meek Diddy connection. But the internet is on his neck saying that he is just doing damage control and he can't escape the fall because there is just too much evidence against him. There's been some chatter that Meek might have been caught up in some of the footage the feds found. And if that's true, it's only a matter of time before Meek's name gets brought up in this whole mess. Man's out here acting like he doesn't know what's going on, but we all see the game he's playing. Usher is also another one who recently cleaned off his entire Twitter page. Back in the day, when Usher was just 13, he was part of Diddy's Flavor Camp. And now there has been so many videos of people saying that they saw Diddy put Usher in the hospital after they did the nasty.
If you don't mind me asking, because I know the topic is sensitive, what happened to Usher?
I heard about some music executive from the industry back in Harlem. You know, I heard it from some music executives back in Harlem. And I'm not gonna speak on their name. They doing programs and everything like that, and they may be doing something, they may speak on it themselves. But I heard it from some music executives.
Where did you hear?
Bro, you know how people be talking and we was around some people, something like that, and then some people might say, yo, I don't F with that dude. And at the time, I didn't even know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And when somebody say, yo, man, I don't F with this, man, I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital? Man, bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. But I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you heard, and that's what happened. So, and just to hear this, and this new thing where they saying that they got kids coming forward and said that he did that, man, that shit is crazy. And like I just said, you know, that's just something that I heard.
And let's not forget that weird moment when Kevin Hart was interviewing Diddy and Diddy mentioned waking up in bed with Usher. Back then, folks laughed it off, but now ain't nobody laughing. If Usher was caught up in any of those freak-offs, he might want to lawyer up.
My brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother.
Another name that might go down along with Diddy is Jay-Z. Him and Diddy have been tight for years. Business projects, billionaire parties, the whole nine. But here's where things get sketchy. There's been rumors for a while that Diddy might know something about the whole Kathy White situation. You know, the woman who was allegedly Jay's mistress and ended up unalived after reportedly getting pregnant by him. Diddy and Jay have been close for way too long for there not to be some dirt there. Jaguar Wright even said that Jay-Z is as worse as Diddy in a recent interview with Piers Morgan and has countless bodies. If Diddy has any tapes linking Jay to his freak-offs, or worse, that's gonna flip the whole industry upside down. Jay-Z better hope Diddy stays quiet, because if he doesn't, it's game over.
You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs, have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil.
Remember when Diddy sang Happy Birthday to French Montana while they were both covered in baby oil? Now that we know about the feds raiding his house and finding 1,000 bottles of baby oil, that moment's looking hella weird.
Happy birthday, dear French. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
It's a special birthday for both of us.
This one might surprise some of you, but LeBron James might not be so far from this mess either. LeBron and Diddy have been seen together at multiple parties, and let's not forget, LeBron is no stranger to the Hollywood scene. Now, I'm not saying Bron was out here doing the most, but with Diddy's lifestyle and the crowd he keeps around, it's hard not to question who might have been a part of these wild nights.
Oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Then there's Jennifer Lopez, who allegedly helped Diddy frame Shine, Rick Ross, who allegedly put a hit on his wife Tia Kemp because she knew about the Diddy mess, and Beyonce, who knew stuff but kept quiet. But it's not just black celebs. There are a number of white celebs too that might end up being called to the court, starting with Ashton Kutcher. Ashton and Diddy were cool while working on MTV, but what's crazy is that Ashton mentioned in interviews that Diddy told him he was off limits for pranks.
Our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over Punk'd, because he was like, yo,
Don't punk
you
me.
can't punk me. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table.
Sounds innocent, but when you add it to the context of Diddy's wild parties, you gotta wonder, what was Ashton keeping quiet about? Maybe Ashton knew too much and didn't want to get caught up in the madness. Now, back in 2016, Ellen made a birthday post for Diddy, and in it, she called him Cuddle McSnuggle Stuff and told everyone, you don't need to know why. Ellen, we might actually need to know now. With everything that's come out about Diddy's freaky lifestyle, that nickname just took on a whole new meaning. And considering everything that has been exposed about Ellen as well for these last years, she better start talking.
Because, you know, once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I promise you I'm not gonna let you down on this big one.
All right,
For
good.
real.
Good.
Another name is Justin Bieber, which people allege is working with the feds to expose everything that happened to him in the industry. For years, people have talked about Bieber being one of Diddy's victims. And recently, Bieber opened up about how dark his past was, saying he didn't even know if he'd be alive if he kept going down the path he was on.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, you know, telling me they love me and, you know, just turn their back on you in a second.
And you all know there were mixed reactions in this. Everyone had an opinion. One user said, Elon Musk said he didn't just buy a social media platform, he bought a crime scene, LOL. Then we've got another user who had a different take saying, when Jay-Z, Beyonce, J-Lo, Oprah, Usher, Kevin Hart, and Slimy Khaled and those Kardashians have trial dates set, then I would believe justice will start to be served. Now I gotta ask, do you think these big names are really safe? Or could we see some of Hollywood's biggest stars dragged into this Diddy mess? And more importantly, Diddy starts snitching, who's gonna be the first to fall? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and click on this next video. It's just as crazy.